Hello Science Alliance, hello friends, I am very excited about this lesson. So this is lesson 5, isn't it, of weather, and we're doing clouds. Hopefully you're going to be able to identify different clouds by the end of this lesson. And we're going to make a cloud, and it's definitely, probably my favourite. It's definitely my top 5 activities we've ever done on Theoscience. So have some hot water but not boiling water nearby, and some ice cubes and a plate and a glass. But first of all, we need to learn some words. Oh yeah, and some matches. A lighter won't do. But actually, if you haven't got matches, you could use a lighter and a candle. That'd be all right. Right, yeah. So there's we need to learn some Latin, actually. We need to learn 5 words to describe clouds, and then I'll show you how you just put those words together and you can describe loads of other clouds. It's very, very clever. Right, silence that. Okay, so the first word we need to learn is cumulus or cumulo, which means, we'll say cumulus, it means heaped or like puffy, right? So these kind of clouds. If you ask a child to draw a cloud, you get a cumulus cloud. It's like Andy's wallpaper from Toy Story. So we are going to play, we haven't done this for ages, but we're going to play a little game where I say the word and then you have to do the action, because that'll help us remember. So I was thinking for cumulus, like accumulating things, you need to like do this as if you're kind of herding kittens towards you. Cumulus, like that. Cumulus. There will be sign for cumulus. Anyway, we'll have to do this for now. Herd your kittens. On Facebook yesterday, everyone was going, cumulus. So you can say that if you want, if that helps. All right, the next one is stratus or strato. I'm Yorkshire, but even I have to say stratus. It just sounds right. Which means like cover with a layer or a blanket. So if you like fossil hunting and geology, you might have heard of them talking about the strata. That's like the sort of the ground that's been layered up as particles have been put down. So strata means like, yeah, layers, blanket. Are you ready? Are you ready for the glory that is a stratus cloud? Yeah, come on. If you've ever been outside, very like what I'm looking at right now, actually. If you've ever been outside and it's like, wow, there's no clouds in the sky is just white. That is stratus, just a blanket of cloud. So I thought for this one, I just want you to sort of do like a flat motion, put your hand out in front of you, like, I don't know, you're stroking a blanket, and just say stratus in the most bored voice you possibly can, like, stratus, stratus, like that. You ready? Okay, 3 more. Cirrus. Well, cirrus actually means hair, but it's always the high up clouds. So when you're talking about how to describe clouds, it's just a useful one to think that anything with cirrus in the name is always really, really high up. But yeah, I think it's the Greek word actually for like lock of hair or curl of hair, because they're these really wispy ones that you see high up in the sky. So for that one, we're going to like toss our hair, because cirrus means hair, and do a kind of like pop star style, very as high pitched as you can, cirrus, like that. Okay, so we've got cumulus, gather your kittens for Andy's wallpaper clouds, stratus for the flat blankety clouds, and cirrus for the very high clouds that look like hair. Alto, I mean, it's just the one in the middle, right? So here are some clouds that are in the middle. We'll talk about how you can identify alto, because it just seems like, what is that even? It's just in the middle of the sky. Like, how can you even tell? But let's put our hands below our chin and our hands above our chin, and then just put your head in the alto space and say, alto. I don't know why I have to say it like that, but it's the 3rd lesson and, you know, I can't stop now. So that's alto. And finally, nimbus or nimbo. These clouds bring rain. So we'll say nimbus. And here's a picture of a type of nimbus storm cloud. I thought it was interesting. The thing with a nimbus cloud, like a storm cloud, is that they're very high, but they're actually quite white, aren't they? Like the tops of them, because they are high, get a lot of sun. So they look, yeah, they look a lot brighter than you would expect a storm cloud to look. But it's the height, apparently. This sort of looks like an anvil, you know, like a blacksmith would have used in ye olden times. But yeah. So for nimbus, because they bring rain, they bring precipitation actually. So they could bring snow as well. But we'll do this. Nimbus. Just like try and make anyone in the room with you need the toilet. Okay, if you got that. So we've got cumulus, the little fluffy clouds. Stratus. It's just the flat, boring ones. Cirrus, for the ones that are high up that look like hair. What was the other one? Nimbus. And, oh yeah, Alto. Okay, first of all, I'll just show you the word and you do the action to try and get into our heads what they mean. And then I'll just show you a cloud and you have to say what you think the word is. All right, so first one, stratus. What's the deal with stratus? What does it mean? You doing it? You better be doing it, because I'm doing it on YouTube and it's going to be here like forever until humans are extinct. So you better be doing it too, or I'll be so embarrassed. Stratus. You're just doing really boring, like blanket led one, yeah? Stratus. Next one. Alto. What's that mean? What does it mean? You doing it? Hand above, hand below. Alto. Well done. Cumulus. What's that? What's a cumulus cloud look like? What's cumulus mean? What does it mean? You doing it? Cumulus. What was a little cumulus cloud? Good. Stratus. What's that? I can tell that you've done it. Stratus. Oh, stratus. Nimbus. What's that? What does nimbus cloud mean? What does it do? Are you doing it? You are doing it, aren't you? Nimbus. Cumulus. What's that? What's cumulus? You are doing it. I can tell you got this by now. Cumulus. Oh, it's a cumulus cloud. Alto. What's that? You've done it. Well done. You're getting faster. Alto. That's it. Cirrus. What's that? Oh, what's cirrus mean? What's it mean? And what are clouds like that are cirrus? Ready? All together now. Cirrus. Excellent. Nimbus. Nimbus. Actually, it's starting to need the loo. Cirrus. Cirrus. I could do that all day. Stratus. What's that? What's it mean? What's it mean? What's a stratus cloud look like? Stratus. Stratus. Next. Cumulus. What's that? Cumulus. Alto. Alto. Nearly dropped the computer then, that was bad, wasn't it? Right, what's this? Oh, no word now, just the actual clouds. What are they? Cumulus. They're cumulus. They're all individual and fluffy. They are cumulus clouds. Yes, cumulus. Well done. If you got that. What's this one? What is it? So pleased that someone put this on the internet royalty free. It's like two chimneys, but you can't really see them because they're surrounded by grey. Come on, you know what that is. Stratus. Stratus. Fog is actually stratus cloud. It's just very, very, very low down stratus cloud. But yeah, fog is a cloud. Stratus. What's this? Beautiful illustration of a big black cloud with lots of rain coming out of it. What's that? Nimbus. That's it. And this one, what's that? A wispy thing. Beautiful blue sky. Cirrus. Cirrus. What's this one? These literally are just cartoon pictures of clouds now. Cumulus. The cumulus clouds. And finally, what's that? What is that? Looks like a quill in the sky, made of clouds. Everyone got this right on Facebook. I thought I'd trick you. I thought you were going to say that that was fluffy, and so it was cumulus. But yeah, it's not. It's cirrus. You thought it was cumulus, but it's cirrus. Okay, right, that's enough of that. Now, yeah, the beautiful thing about clouds is there's sort of 10 main different ones, but now you know those 5 words, you can just kind of shift those into different orders, and it describes clouds really nicely. So I don't think I even need to like teach you about it. I think I'm just going to show you some clouds, and you can tell me what clouds do you think they are. Here. Let's try here. There we go. What's that cloud? So this one, is it a stratocumulus or is it a cirrus? Have a little close-up look. I actually took this photo because of these birds, but don't be distracted. That's not the cloud. That's some beautiful birds. So what's that? Stratocumulus or cirrus? It's like, well, it's kind of like blanketing the sky, isn't it? But it's also sort of a bit bumpy. That is stratocumulus. Well, I don't know if you got that. Yeah, because it is. It's sort of blanketing. There's no gaps really, are there? You can't see the sky. But they are a little bit puffy as well. It's not just, well, it's not this, frankly, that I've got today. Whoops. What's that cloud? So you've got, it's just a picture of the most boring building I've ever seen with a couple of trees and some snow falling and the sky's white. Is that alto cumulus or is it nimbostratus? Alto cumulus or nimbostratus if the sky's white and snow is falling. That one is, it's nimbostratus. Yeah, it's nimbo. Remember, nimbo can mean snow as well as rain. So it's definitely bringing that down. But yeah, it's definitely a blanket in the sky, isn't it? Next one, what's this? There's a couple of clouds, but I've drawn arrows to the cloud, I mean. It's like a white sheet across the sky, but you can still kind of see the sun. The sun just looks like a glowing ball through the clouds. Is that a cirrus or is it a cirrostratus? Got it? You committed? That one is a cirrostratus. Yeah, apparently it's quite rare. It's quite rare, your cirrostratus, but the sign is, the clue is, if you can still see the sun, but like obviously never look at the sun with your eyes, but if you can see the sun through the cloud, then it's very, very high up. Like low down stratus, sometimes you almost feel like it's coming to nighttime, don't you, when it's not, just because the sky is so dark. But yeah, if they're high up, then the sun is still visible. That's cirrostratus is where you quite often apparently get like a halo of sun. If the sun sort of seems like big and like it's glowing, that's a cirrostratus. All right, two more. This photo taken in Whitley Bay, where my husband's from. So I can do this. He loves it when I do the accent. St Mary's Lighthouse in Whitley Bay, like. But are these clouds stratocumulus or are they cumulus? So offensive. So sorry. I have actually got supporters in Whitley Bay. Cumulus or stratocumulus as well. You know, my mum-in-law doesn't count, although she does support me greatly. Stratocumulus or cumulus? So they are quite puffy. You can see like a tiny bit of sky. They're quite dark underneath. That one would be stratocumulus. Stratocumulus. In fact, actually, when I looked up into the sky that it is right now, I did think maybe that's stratocumulus. I think you'd just say that was strato, but they are a bit bumpy. But yeah, this one certainly, you can see a bit of sky, but it's very much blanketed with cloud, isn't it, the sky? But yeah, there are some little lumps around, so that would be stratocumulus. And last one, what's this? I didn't take this. It's an enormous cloud. It's very tall. The bottom of it is really dark grey. You can see a fair bit of sky around it. Is that stratocumulus or is it cumulonimbus? It's amazing, isn't it? These people look so chill, just standing on the pier, watching this absolutely enormous black cloud. That is a cumulonimbus. Yeah, the famous storm cloud, cumulonimbus. So basically, the cumulus clouds can just kind of accumulate on top of each other and get very high. And yeah, obviously, a storm is coming, probably. Right, I said we were going to make a cloud. Let's make a cloud. Yeah, I'll tell you what to do, and then I'll give you like the smallest of small activities before, like on the board to do before we actually make it. So what you need to do is you need some hot but not boiling water, and you need to put about a thumb's worth into a glass. This is about as hot as I would want it to be, really. Yeah, so about a thumb's worth in a glass. What we're going to do, don't do it yet. This is why I said you might need adult supervision. We're going to strike a match. Hold the match into the glass, not touching the water, for, well, as long as you can, but be safe, like don't be a hero. And then you drop it in. And then we get a plate and we put it on top. And then we put some ice cubes on top. And it makes a cloud. It's amazing. So while you're sort of maybe getting the bits together, if you've got the printout from my Facebook group, you've just got a little diagram of what we're doing. And here I've just written some words. I want you to think about, obviously this is like an activity for making a cloud. If you actually make a cloud in the sky, if a cloud is born, then what do you need? Some bits of this experiment or activity we're doing, you still need to make a cloud, and some of them you don't. It's just for activity. Here we go. What is needed to make an actual real cloud in the actual sky? Do you need ice? Do you need warm air? Do you need glass? Do you need water particles? Do you need dust, ice crystals, a cold surface, cool air? How many of those, which ones do you need? If you came to last week's lesson on precipitation, Well, you've sort of got a huge advantage, but also there's more pressure on you because I expect you to know. If this is the first lesson you're seeing, then it's a bit easier for you because you could just use it as a brain exercise. I'll go and get a coffee, and when I come back, I'll tell you. Not many people were getting this just right on Facebook the other day. So, to make a cloud in the actual sky, you need warm air, you need water particles, you do need some sort of dust, and you need cool air. You don't actually need ice. That might have fooled you because there is ice in clouds, definitely. But the ice crystals like get made using all the other ingredients, really. So we talked about last week. I'm just hovering on the answer. I'll pull you back up here now. We talked about last week, right? How you get warm air can hold a lot of water particles, so the warm air and the water particles rise up into the sky where it is cooler, so they cool down. And we said that it was actually quite hard for these particles of water, that are all free, moving around as a gas, to come together and form liquid. They need like some kind of little bit of dust, some sort of seed, like a bit of soot. In the UK, it's quite often dust from the Sahara Desert. But in our activity, it's just going to be like a bit of soot from a match. Okay, right, let's do it. I'm going to do it 3 times because I think you might be thinking, this seems a bit fiddly, like surely when we make a cloud, it's just the steam from the water rising up. So I'm going to do it 3 times in 3 different ways to prove to you that, because I try and make these activities as simple as possible, and I tried it all different ways, and you've really got to do what I say on this one. I'll flip you around so that you can see what I'm doing, and then you might want to just watch me, right, and then do it afterwards, it's up to you. So, come down here. That's just me. Oh yeah, that's all right, isn't it? I'll put them a bit closer together. Lego Storytime's behind here, so I can't move them back anymore. Yeah, right. So, like I say, don't be a hero, please. Be really careful with your matches. But I'm just going to light one and hold it in this. You don't have to hold it in for ages and ages and ages. But we're just getting some smoke in there. You might be able to see. The wood is burning and particles of smoke and soot are going in. Okay, drop it in, put the lid on, and then put some ice cubes on. So that's our proper cloud. This is what I want you to do. So I'm just going to leave that for a bit while I do some other ones. One of them, I'll do the ice cubes and the warm water, but I just won't put any dust particles in. Let me see if that makes a difference. And this one, I'll do the match, but I won't do the ice cubes. And then I guess if one of these does work, then we've invented a make a cloud activity which is less faffy than the others. If it was proper science, I'd have to hold it in for exactly the same amount of time, wouldn't I? But I don't know how long I held it in for. I think that'll do. Okay. Oh, and then you get to... So I think the actual activity... I think I found it on the NASA website. You're supposed to look at your cloud in the jar, which is, yeah, pretty cool, actually. Sorry, you can just see... Wow, there's definitely a cloud in there, isn't there? Hello. Wow, that's great. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So this was no dust. I just put a saucer of ice on top of a glass of water. And this one, we did put some soot in there, but I didn't put any ice on top, so we haven't really cooled it down. Okay, sorry, there's a lot of me in the reflection. So this is the actual cloud I'm going to set free. You ready? Or shall I tell you what, I'll do it the other way around. This is the one that was no ice, but there was some dust, so warm water particles and dust in there. That's pretty good, actually, isn't it? That is pretty good. I think maybe the plate must have cooled it down anyway. Yeah, that's good. This one's no dust, so there was no match lit in there. Right, so you definitely, that's proof that we're not just looking at steam. This is definitely a cloud, not just hot water. And this is the one that NASA said would work best. Whoa, so good. Release the cloud. Oh my days. That's brilliant. It's confusing, isn't it? Because it kind of looks like a cirrus cloud, but it's low down. What are we going to call it? Cirrus. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed doing that. I just love that activity. I want to do it again, but you can do it again while I'm chatting. We should probably move on. I said we'd come back to Alto and how you spot Alto. I thought we'll do a little bit of spot the difference. There's two kinds of clouds that are quite similar. Cirrocumulus and altocumulus. So cumulus, right? Kind of fluffy, puffy clouds. But cirrocumulus ones are, obviously, you should know by now, extremely high up. And altocumulus ones are sort of in the middle. But I'm like, we're on the ground. Is there really that much difference? Like, how are you going to know if it's in the middle of the sky or high up in the sky? So one of the ways you tell is, this is a cirrocumulus. What we're talking about here, altocumulus and cirrocumulus, they're both those clouds. If you've ever seen a cloud that sort of almost looks like fish scales, like lots of tiny little cloudlets with bits of blue in between. You know what I mean, don't you? You've seen it. It looks like a sort of pattern, like almost a kind of ripple of clouds across the sky. Cirrocumulus, you can see we've got this kind of rippling effect, but the little cloudlets are really small. Like you actually can't really see them in this picture. The grains are really tiny. Yeah, so that's cirrocumulus. Altocumulus looks a bit more like this. The altocumulus is much more common. They got bigger cloudlets, and also it's not really clear in this picture, but quite often you see shading in between them, because altocumulus means like they're lower, right? So they're more in shadow, whereas cirrocumulus higher up, so it gets more light. Apparently, I can't wait to see some so that I can do it. Another way to tell is if you put your hand above your head and you point your finger. If it's cirrocumulus, then your tip of your finger will cover the little individual cloudlets. But if it's altocumulus, then it won't cover, you won't be able to cover them with your finger. Because that's how physics works, isn't it, right? Stuff that is far away is very small, so you can cover it with your finger. Stuff that's closer to you appears bigger, so you can't cover it with your finger, right? So look for shading and think about the size of the cloudlets, and hopefully that will help. So have a look at this one. What do you reckon? You think that's cirrocumulus or altocumulus? I'm not going to be able to stop saying it like that now. Altocumulus or cirrocumulus? A lot of disagreement on Facebook. I think it's altocumulus because they're quite big. You've got a tree for context. What about this one? We're back in Whitley Bay, beautiful part of the world. So I took this very early one morning with the Spanish city behind me. What do you reckon I was looking at there? Cirrocumulus or altocumulus? So I think this one's more obvious. I am confident that that is altocumulus, she says, questioningly. I think it's altocumulus because they're quite big. I didn't know to do the finger test at the time. There's also loads of shading, isn't there? Loads of shading where the sun is catching them and putting some of them in shadow. So I think that is altocumulus. Yeah, shading and they're quite big. Just before we go, or before I do your tiny quiz at the end, this is a lenticular cloud. Isn't it beautiful? I was on a train in England, and even in England, strangers were like poking each other and going, dude, what is that? Does anyone know what that is? It's so weird. Yeah, this is a lenticular cloud. It's formed when science happens, when air comes over high ground. You can see it sort of looks like it's kind of spooshing upwards, doesn't it? So it's like a type of cumulus, right? It's puffy, but yeah, it's lenticular, very rare. Look out for it. And just quickly, a little word about what nimbo clouds look like, or nimbus clouds, clouds that bring rain, because a lot of clouds are getting a bad rep because they're just in shade. So I think probably when I took this photo, I thought that it was going to start raining, but actually these are cumulostratus. Yes, like a blanket, but they're puffy. And the bottoms are probably just in shadow, actually. So you might have got a little bit of drizzle from these, but it doesn't mean that a storm's coming and it's going to rain forever and ever and ever. The nimbus clouds tend to be the nimbostratus, where it's just a flat blanket and it drizzles all day, or the cumulonimbus that we've seen, where they're really tall and it's going to be an epic storm. People were asking me on Facebook yesterday about how you know which way around to put the words. I don't know. Maybe there's a rule, but I don't know. Like how you know whether it's cumulonimbus or nimbocumulus. I guess you just sort of get used to how it sounds. I don't know. Right, I think I just got 3 questions to see how much you know about clouds now. Are you ready? Your friend says a nimbus cloud is coming your way. What do they mean? Do they mean A, it's going to rain, B, it's going to snow, C, it's going to get warmer, or D, it could be A or B? If a nimbus cloud is coming your way, what does that mean? The answer is, this was a good divider on Facebook. It could be A or B. I mean, usually it's A, rain, but yeah, it could also bring snow, some sort of precipitation. You see clouds that look like fish scales in the sky. You point your finger at them and each one is much smaller than the tip of your finger. What are they most likely to be? Is it A, alto cumulus, B, cirrocumulus, or C, nimbostratus? You see some clouds, they look like fish scales in the sky, you point your finger at them, but your finger does cover the cloud. Is that alto cumulus, cirrocumulus, or nimbostratus? It's cirrocumulus probably, because they're very far away, which is why you can cover them with the tip of your finger. And last question, what type of cloud is this? Is this cumulus, cumulostratus, or stratus? This fluffy little Andes wallpaper cloud. It's cumulus. Very well done if you got all those. Right. That is the end of the lesson on clouds. Thank you so much for coming. We've got 3 lessons left on weather. We're doing how you actually predict the weather. Involves a lot of balloons, surprising amount of balloons. And then we're doing climate the week after that. And then we're doing climate change the week after that. And then it's a week off for half term. And then I think I said we do flight. So I'm going to go over to my Facebook page now, because when I'm live, I always say, if you want to, I put up a post on Facebook so that if you want to go and say hello, then you can. Shall I have a stab at who is actually here? I think Eunice and Salah and Arza and Musa and Eunice, Salah, Arza, Musa, and Suki are here. Probably Bastian is here, maybe? Maybe Ivy? Sorry, Evie and Sky here. I don't know, I'll go and find out. If you want to support me, brilliant, comments, hello. I hope you're not all saying, I can't find it, why are you writing backwards? That's quite often what the comments are. If you want to support me, you can. I just did a massive packing up of all my supporter magazines. All my new supporters are getting their welcome packs. Well, I mean, they're in the post box, so you should get them very soon. So yeah, if you want to join them, if you want a welcome pack from me to say thank you so much for making this my job, you totally can. If you go to my About section on YouTube, it takes you to this website called Coffee, where people are sending me £5 a month, more if they want to. And then, yeah, I send them like some rainbow glasses that make you see rainbows. They're extremely cool. And a magazine that I write. And the new magazine's just come out. It's on Weeds. It's very good. I am a big fan of the Theatre of Science magazine. It takes me ages, but I really love it. It gets good reviews. And thank you, because if you're getting it, if you have Theatre of Science magazine in your house, that means you're paying me at least £5 a month. And you are entirely responsible for this being my job. So thank you so much. Arthur says you would make an excellent voice actor on Sarah and Duck. Oh, Arthur! I would love to be a voice actor on Sarah and Duck. Who do I call? Have you got the email address? Can you email Sarah and say, can Lara do it if you're ever ill? Oh, Kim and Mary. Hello. Brilliant. Oh, nice to see you. Oh, hello, Naomi and Josie. We are watching. We have been telling people all about the shapes of raindrops. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I've learned some stuff this lesson, yeah. Hello, Seren. Hello. Oh, hello, Robin and Hissy and Steve. Sorry we can't join the Bellamite Storytime today. We love searching for them at Robin Hood's Bay. Yes. Do you know, it's weird how we're doing Lego Storytime show today, which you can totally come to at 10:30. It's all about Bellamites, and it's so funny how if you live on the coast, you know exactly what they are, and if you don't live on the coast, you're like, what are you even Bella? What are you talking about? So we're going to tell everyone about them, Robin, today. All right, Lana. Hey, Gazelle and Sunny. Hello. Good to see you. I mean, not see you. That'd be creepy, but you know what I mean. There are stratus clouds here. Yeah, it's definitely stratus season, isn't it? Everyone on Facebook yesterday was like, stratus, just stratus as far as I can see. Hello, Bella. Mum loves clouds, and she's enjoying doing all the actions. Oh, that's good. Oh, nice. Oh, Edwin, Solomon, and Jeremiah are here. They have learned all the cloud names. Oh, that's good. I hope you mean like this lesson and not you've already learned them all because the first 15 minutes of the lesson will be really boring for you. Hello, Will. No, Arthur. Oh, is that because I keep saying your name wrong? Maybe. All right, Luna. My dad said that helicopters aren't allowed to fly through cumulonimbus clouds. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because of all the updrafts. Not a geologist or a geographer. But yeah, that does make sense. Josie and Clemmy are here. Oh, hello. Hello, Josie and Clemmy. Arthur and Abba, hello. Oh, look. It is Suki and Azza and Eunice and Salah and Musa are here. Hello. All right, James. All right, Riley and Hallie. Oh, and Idris and Olwen and Emrys and little baby cute. Hello. Hey, baby. He's probably still not watching. It's fine. All right, Imogen and Ophelia. Hello. Hello, Alfred. And hello, Lily. Hello, Lily. You have had just a science-packed couple of days, haven't you? Right, well, I'd better go. Because, yeah, Lego Storytime is quite a lot of people in Lego Storytime. We're doing Mary Anning, the sequel in Lego Storytime. Like I say, learning all about Bellamites, how to identify Bellamite fossils. So I might see some of you in, it's less than an hour, isn't it? I better go. Or I'll see you next week when we will, I don't know, do a lesson on predicting the weather. Okay, thanks for coming, you lot. Thanks for all your support. I'll see you soon. Bye.